Hello everybody, hope everyone has a good afternoon. I'm Bahamut X, and we will be doing River City Girls.
So you'll be doing River City Girls.
Oh yeah, I will be doing River City Girls, right. I am so excited to play this game again. I got to run this, it was actually my first marathon just over 2 years ago, so I'm so excited to be back and play this game again. Alright, so... Alright, we're gonna be ready to go, so timer will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, so welcome to River City Girls, everybody. Bahamut is going to be playing as Misako today. There's two characters that you can pick from, Misako and Kyoko. And we are starting out in the high school part of the game. It's quote-unquote an open-world game, but you have to kind of go through different sections to unlock others. But you can kind of go back and forth, and you'll see some of that from time to time throughout the run. This is a beat 'em up, so there's going to be a lot of punching and kicking and special moves, and we'll definitely talk about some more of that kind of stuff as the game goes along. What you need to know here at the beginning is there's going to be a certain number of enemies that you just need to fight, especially at the end. There's also locked rooms that, if you see the chains go around the edge of the screen like they are right now, that means that Bahamut is going to have to fight all of the enemies in order to get out of the room, make the chains go away. And there's also a certain amount of farming of money and experience that's happening right now as well. So. The main strategy for these parts of the run, where you're just doing a lot of fighting, is you want to kind of line the enemies all up together, because you can get hits that you'll hit multiple enemies at the same time.
Sent us that text message.
And you want to be as efficient as possible, so you don't want to spend too much time hunting down enemies and having to fight enemies one at a time. As much as possible, you want your efficient attacks. So. Bahamut is also typically going to be doing a cycle of 3 light attacks into a heavy attack in most of the combat. So you'll kind of see 1, 2, 3, and then a big, usually like a headbutt or something like that. And that is the most efficient way of dealing damage. So.
Welcome, students. Today we're going to learn about puberty.
And today we're going to learn about puberty.
I don't know what that is.
That's
From here long enough, we'll see who's the teacher, but hopefully I'm fast enough here.
puberty stands for punching until.
Yeah, this room actually has a very long, like full-on video, kind of like old educational video that plays in the background while you're doing the fighting. But Bahamut got through the room so quickly that we only got to see maybe half of it. So.
School Spirit Day. Show your school spirit by destroying those.
Yeah, it's very rude. I was trying to punch him and kick me instead.
One thing that you get bits and pieces of throughout the run, but it can't be said enough, is this game is just genuinely funny, and it is just oozing with personality. It's kind of a trademark of a lot of the Way Forward games that have been made over the last couple years. This is the same developer that made a lot of the Shantae games as well. So there's a lot of really good humor. There's a lot of kind of like tongue-in-cheek, a little bit maybe fourth wall breaking at times. They throw in a lot of cameos. This game takes place in the River City Ransom universe, so you'll see quite a few familiar characters throughout the run if you are familiar with that series as well. And it's kind of fun that they made a game specifically to reverse the roles of the original characters in that game, where you fought as the two boys, or the two male protagonists trying to save their girlfriends. And in this one, your boyfriends have disappeared, and that's actually the point of the game, is you're trying to figure out what happened to them and save them. So. And it should be worth noting as well that if you think if you're watching this and you're really enjoying it, you can definitely pick it up for yourself right now. It's available on PC and pretty much PS4, those level consoles, Switch. But they are also making River City Girls 2 right now. And I don't remember, is it supposed to be out this year or early next year? Do you know?
It was supposed to come out late summer, but it did announce that it was delayed a bit. I'm hoping for later this year, but I am also very excited for that game. I'm definitely playing that as soon as that comes out.
Absolutely.
way, Masuzu.
All right, so this is our first boss fight. This is against Masuzu.
Get over here!
Most of the bosses in this game are going to have 3 phases, so
Stop moving!
kind of set attack patterns and things of that nature.
Yeah, I try to do 1 cycle each time, but it's occasionally, sometimes you can't, but. Oh, God, I was outside of her headbutts there. I was way too far in. Because usually with the one difference, there's some differences between Kyoko and Misako. And one big one is with a heavy attack, Kyoko actually pushes forward a little bit than Misako, which early game is nice because it lets you hit the heavy attack a little bit easier.
Good fight.
Thank you.
Yeah, the 2 characters actually have completely different movesets, which is one of the fun parts of the game. It gives a lot of replayability as well.
Oh, very much so.
All right, so we have escaped from high school, which I feel like is a metaphor for a lot of things. So now we're out on the town. We're going to start looking around outside here. I think this would probably be a good time for any donations or announcements if we have any.
Remember?
Oh yeah, we should ask if they want to go too.
I do have a couple. There is $5 here from NB Nidoran that says, for Monkey as the Chimchar name, referencing the Pokemon of Pearl upcoming Bid Wars, and $25 from Marquis Dan, who simply says, let's go!
Yeah, let's go. This has been a great marathon so far.
Something we try to do is if we group more enemies together, the more damage we do. So we try to do that as much as we can. Sometimes it's harder. Sometimes it's harder times than others. Kind of depends on how much the enemies cooperate.
Yeah. So here's Godai. This is the first of you get kind of like side quests as well along the way. Because supposedly he has information on where your boyfriends are.
Buy something. Got it. Sure thing. Good choice.
Another thing that's happening here is part of how your level up system works in this game, which you're starting to see some of the cameos there. Was that Billy from Double Dragon?
Yes.
Yes. First try. First try commentary.
Know if you want anything.
But you level up a lot of your attributes through buying food. Actually eating food. Not the buying it doesn't actually do it. You have to eat it. So.
Sure, I guess.
So you'll see Bahamut buying, frankly, way too much food for a teenage girl. Although she's probably burning a lot of calories with all of the fighting. But we've got a burger for Godai here to complete that first side quest. Doesn't really get us anywhere, but we've got this bus fast travel unlocked now as well. So again, kind of as we progress through the world, you'll be able to use that as a way to kind of go back and forth. There are some quests that require you to kind of double back and go to areas where you previously been to do something new. So it's good that the game has that system in place, so you don't have to just like run through screens of enemies and things like that. Nice juggling.
Thank you. It's a little tricky at the beginning here because the agility is still kind of low. So you have to run a little bit each time for early juggling.
Yeah. Did you have to buy that skill? Was that, or is that something that you've had?
Oh, that was Netcracker. That was my first bot skill.
Okay, you bought that very fast. But yeah, that is another thing about this run is you will buy a handful of skills throughout the run as you get to the shops that sell them. And as Bahamut was saying, that Nutcracker is the first one, and it allows you to really do damage more efficiently again by juggling enemies while they're airborne like that, which also just looks really impressive.
Didn't quite get it that time. This is one of the ways to save time is skipping these locked rooms, and that's the first one we do, which is actually the hardest one in the game. So let's see if we can get it here. I can try as many times as I need to, as on the outside. Once I get inside, if I can't finish, then I have to do the locked room. But let's try again here.
And you're specifically getting that item to increase your movement speed to help you get through it too. Got through it there, second try. Good job.
Don't wake him up.
Whew.
And then
So-
that jump is scary. And
It is
you
very
nailed it
scary.
first try also.
I'm so happy. That is the hardest skip in the game.
And also, if you had missed the jump, you would have had to go back and do the locked room skip
Yep.
again, right?
Yep, exactly. That's why I'm like, you know, if you need to practice that skip, you want to make sure, you know, if you're going to mess up outside, not inside.
I think the hardest skip in the game first try deserves some applause.
Yeah. I like how you just went for it, too. Like, there was no hesitation. You were just like, all right, I'm in the room, we're going for it. And then you just nailed it. So nice job, man.
Thank you.
The reason that you had to go in there, by the way, is that's the mall security guard, and he's got the key to the mall, which it's just locked. You're going to get in there, and it's going to be full of people,
thing.
so it doesn't really make a ton of sense, but hey, we'll go with it. So
Hey, you found us. So
It's
what
a
do
nice.
you want?
Oh, I'll think of that a little bit later. Spent a little extra money to get the. I had to buy more juice, so we'll get that later.
oh, that's right.
We got the keys.
It's just full of people when you get in there. I don't understand it, but like, yeah.
So there's lots of ways to skip rooms, and sometimes you don't even notice. Like I skipped them right there. One of the easiest ways you can skip is sometimes the room there's like an area, like a hitbox in a way, that if you go outside it, you can skip those rooms. That's an easy one. It's just in the bottom of the room.
Yep.
Of course. Of course.
And here's another easy one. We have to go back to the left, and if we actually go to the left, there's a locked room. But if we save and restart, we'll enter. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That's all right. We will start in the place that we entered. So we just go up to the left, and we're good.
And when you quit, you keep all your items and stuff like that. So
Yep,
yeah, save and quit.
save and quit. We do that a few times. Sometimes I'll move these stuff out of the way because it's fun to hit enemies with items, but it kind of get in the way for my speed running.
This game just has incredible music as well, and if I remember right, I know when you ran this at GDQ, we had the developers on the couch, and we talked about some of this stuff, but wasn't there's a boss later that's actually you fight them at a concert, and wasn't that related to the musician who did most of the music?
I think so. Like all of this, I think a lot of the music, if not all the music, especially the ones with singing, was done by her. I think her name is Megan McDuffie.
That sounds right. Yep.
Ladies.
Yeah, very cool soundtrack. I believe you can find it on Spotify.
Yep, Spotify, and I think I even be on Amazon Music too, and all sorts of places.
Yeah. All right, so this is the second boss fight. This is Yamada. Relatively straightforward. Again, 3 phases, and if you look at the life bar at the bottom of the screen, there's a visual indicator of when you get through the phases, which is very helpful. You don't have to like look for a weird visual cue or anything like that, although you get that too. But
What's really nice is in between these phases, enemy bosses will do like a special attack, and with this one, you can interrupt them, but the timing is precise. So I was able to do it that first time, because otherwise if I hadn't stopped it, I would have summoned some items. And that one, I interrupted as well. If I had let him do his attack, it would have put a laser on the ground, which can do a lot of damage, especially if you let it run around and then hit you. So if you're even if you're playing this casually, if you face him and that gun, if he puts that laser on the ground, let it hit you right away. It'll do less damage.
very good. You avoided all those really nicely,
Thank
though.
you.
So nice job on that boss fight.
Stay down. Don't.
All right, so the mall is stage 2. We are through that, and we are on to Uptown, which is the third part of the run here. and you've gotten some. What do we call those again? They're like mementos, right? That
Oh.
you're equipping.
Accessories. They
Accessories.
Prove,
Yep.
they prove different things, like amount of damage per type of enemy and stuff like that. Let's see, on the backflip and up an aid. Now we're gonna eat that ice cream we missed earlier, because sometimes even one attack power can make a difference in a boss.
Can't skip ice cream.
Nope.
What you need?
Some
Nice
more triple
one.
juice for later.
Nice one. Got it.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is Bahamut's going into this factory, again, kind of moving some of those boxes out of the way to basically so the enemies don't get stuck on them and they don't get in the way of trying to line up these groups of enemies to kind of combo and juggle them together. I believe this warehouse is supposedly where the fashion queen is located, and we're tracking her down. Very nice juggling.
So this is Uptown, huh?
Seems pretty fancy.
And expensive.
And judgy.
I was gonna skip through my missed right there. I just had to go along the seam of when the colors change.
Oh, hey! It's you two!
Yep. Gotta wait for Godai to show up in the dumpster, though.
Gotta run that right away. I missed it. Let's see. Try it again here.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, it's Yoko.
Oh, didn't quite get high enough. It's as similar as the previous one. Is the place where you skip is right under that color changes. So first we try to do it by just kind of grazing across the machine there, but we missed it. So we can still do it. Just gonna go up and over this time. Oh. Try this again. We'll get it next time here.
Yeah, we're trying to skip those locked rooms again.
Yep.
Very precise movement required.
Oh, gotta go a little bit further down.
You got this.
I got this, yeah. Sometimes it can take a few times. Just almost had it there. Trouble today. We'll get it here.
It's almost like having to hit a seam
Yep.
in the map.
There we go.
All right.
Woo.
Nice job.
Thank you. That can be tricky sometimes.
User reward number
You've got one, right?
16 bits.
Solid gold taste.
Come on, let's find that fashion lady and ask her about the dude in the photo.
Masako?
Yeah?
Is this the place?
Let's find out.
We're just skipping all the really funny dialogue too, which that happens in speedruns, but definitely go play this game casually if it looks like it's something you would enjoy.
Dork alert.
We need something gold to make that weirdo fashion designer show up.
But we're so poor.
Let's try the pawn shop in the toy district. Maybe we can trade him something.
Like a knuckle sandwich.
Now you're talking.
This is a pawn
So
shop?
now we're going down these
Looks pretty empty.
these
We have to
levels
head
to get
downstairs.
something to
It's in the
give to Habari. So
Elevator?
Yep.
Yeah. No,
If I remember
wait.
right, this is a pretty long stretch of just kind of like fighting in locked rooms and everything, so probably another good time for donations and announcements.
Oh, I want to really whoa, I can speak English. I want to really quick plug our incentives again. You all have shown some love to these Pokemon Pearl naming incentives, which is awesome. We now have, if I could read, we now have Pesto in the lead for Train Your Name with $25, which is awesome. In second place for Train Your Name is Wonk with 5. So you all are definitely getting your donations in toward that. But why not get some more toward these Whiplash Watch Cutscene incentive and Neopets Glitch Exhibition incentives? It's really important to donate because very little of the federal money that goes into cancer research is reserved for childhood cancer research specifically. It's actually in the single digits as a percentage. So that means childhood cancer research funding depends on donors like you donating to organizations like Children's Cancer Research Fund.
a little earlier there, you might have seen me do a haymaker, which is a really big punch. I almost never do that on purpose, so every accidental haymaker I do, I will donate $10.
That was only one?
One so far. I think I just got the ability just recently, so it'll probably happen again.
All right. I'm watching you.
You ever wonder why everyone in our town is so violent?
So
Nope.
Here's the fourth wall.
Everyone's always punching and kicking each other, like everywhere we go, all day long.
I guess so. What's your point?
Nothing.
It's almost like we're in a video game or something.
I know, right? It's kind of rude. Sometimes though, if they jump right when I want to punch them, they just fall and then I have to wait for them to get up. Very rude.
Very nicely done, though.
Thank you.
I also find it funny that I mean, it makes sense, but like you also have to move like this game does have one of those systems where you can pick up a weapon and use it, but you just move the weapons out of the way because nothing's gonna beat that nutcracker.
Exactly. And the yo-yo is actually a pretty fun one too. That's 2.
Okay. All right, we made it to the pawn shop.
Yay, the elevator's working again.
Let's move it, Kyoko. No Joko.
Don't ever say that. You're so cool.
That's definitely not
Masato.
Papyrus running
Tell
the
me
pawn
something
shop,
I
by the
don't-
way.
Oh, looks like I'm a little bit short on that toy alarm, but that's okay. We'll get it later. Which is funny because we eat the toy alarm, which that makes sense.
All right, so now we're free to go to the third boss because we obtained the item. We're gonna prove how much of fashionistas we are with the thing we bought at the CD Underground pawn shop. Just go with it.
Yo, lady! Here's a golden cat. Nice entrance.
All right, and here is that aforementioned boss fight against Habari. This is probably, as far as RNG, the hardest one to deal with for the speedrun. Does that sound right, Bahamut? Because she's going to do a lot of patterns that make it, like there's good patterns and bad patterns, and when she's airborne like that, if she does a bad pattern and you can't knock her down like this, the fight can kind of just drag on. So Bahamut is going to be trying to take out an entire phase every time he's able to knock her out of the air. But sometimes the game will just make you wait. Deal with some bullet heck shenanigans. So.
Yeah, a little bit of HP there left. Almost got that in one cycle. There we go. And this is nice. She's on the left side. I can get to her right away. But we gotta be careful about those needles.
Yeah. Oh, you were so close.
That's all right. Almost.
Oh.
That little enemy coming from the side kind of got to me a little bit there.
He was coming in slowly but surely. Oh, one more hit.
One more hit. There we go.
Nicely done. Good job.
Habari is one or two bosses that are very difficult to fully maximize. It's very precise.
Yep. Yeah, she needs to cooperate, and also you have to execute pretty much flawlessly to take out an entire phase at once. And you got it on the first phase, so, and you were very, very close on the second phase.
You see, there's still a little chain link fence. That's just a little glitch because I entered the boss room at the same time as that locked room would have been inside her sewing room.
Oh.
There we go. Oops, now we gotta go to downtown as soon as I get past these guys.
Don't punch that random businessman. What did he do to you?
Is my way from going to the subway.
He knows what he did. You might notice, by the way, I just noticed one of them for the first time because some of them are kind of hidden, but at that bus stop, there's another one behind the dumpster there. There's little statuettes that you can destroy. I want to say there's 20. Is that the right number? Of the statues?
26, I believe.
26, okay. That is how you get the secret boss at the end of the run, which Bahamut is not going to be doing today. But there is an all bosses category where you have to also get all of the statues and then fight the extra boss at the end, which is actually kind of fun, honestly.
Purchase complete.
A little bit of a longer category, though.
Is this the subway terminal?
Right, so we're triggering another quest here for that guy. And
We're going to climb inside.
unfortunately, he has led us to trash zombies, so we're clearly too trusting.
Zombies surrounded by smelly trash. Yep. This day get
A little bit earlier, I took one of those speed juices, which is helpful, not just because of the speed, but also because I was going fast enough, I was able to avoid some of those enemies. If I didn't, I would have had to jump over them rather than just run past them.
Yeah. But yeah, who knew River City had a zombie problem in addition to just a general, like, violence problem? I guess we do now. Good job, 3PO. Got us out of the trash compactor there.
It's exactly like from Star Wars. I believe if you wait long enough, you do die, you do get crushed. I have yet to fail there,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to say anything until I got out of it, though.
Yeah. The worst part of that, I will spoil this because it's awful. You do the thing where you climb into the trash compactor and fight the trash zombies, and then you go back to that NPC. He's like, I'm just kidding. I had the key the whole time. What a jerk. Speaking of jerks, this is a Bobo. Again, kind of a familiar face in this particular universe. He is actually a pretty easy boss, especially compared to Misako. Or I'm sorry, Hibari. My brain left for a second there. But you can actually juggle him, which is not something you can typically do with the bosses. And then it's just sort of knowing his different attack patterns and when to counterattack. So much more predictable than a lot of the other bosses, though, I would say.
Not very much so. But he'd be hard, though, if you let him.
Yeah, he hits hard.
There we go. I would say his timing on juggling is a little bit different, too. Normally I let him catch and throw me, but I'm going to be a little bit of marathon safe here, just in case.
Just keeps going back to the well on that dive attack. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work, buddy. Bahamut's too smart for that. All right, good fight.
Oh, I don't feel so good. Okay.
I think if you keep going, he's like, my back hurts. Poor guy.
Beat by a couple schoolgirls, huh?
Yeah. He's getting old.
I know, he's been on for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's like mid-80s.
Yeah. All right. So there's 2 areas left. This next area is very fun. This is Ocean Heights. There's going to be a locker room skip that I think is still coming up, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're not quite there yet. But when you get there, we'll see another locker room skip.
I would say, like, of all the locked rooms, this one's the hardest. Part of it's because the ceiling's a little bit low, and enemies are starting to hit harder. Partially because I've been skipping rooms, and so my level's a little bit lower than normally would be.
Yeah.
So you can get in trouble if you're not careful.
I love this one enemy's sound effect set. It's very Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm. And actually, the sound of the Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's Ben and Rudis, one of the directors.
Well, he makes a good Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He does. And that's 3. 3 accidental haymakers.
Okay.
Finally, we're out of Trash Town. I need like 10 showers. Later.
All right, there's locked room skip. Yep, going up and over there to avoid the trigger.
You're welcome.
Find that concert. Even if Kunio and
So we're making our way to the boat out here, and we find out that the famous musical artist Noise is doing a concert, and we need to get in, but we are unfortunately not a VIP. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to prove that we are the biggest Noise superfans in existence by learning 3 random pieces of trivia that you could probably find on the internet, but it's okay.
Hot stuff. Hot stuff.
Also, so much lasagna.
Wicked.
Lasagna, the ultimate food item in this game.
Safety, as I like to say in the community, safety lasagna.
Yeah, you got to take the safety lasagna. So yeah, so now it's time to do a little bit of recon on noise before we're allowed into the concert, because we think our boyfriends might be in the concert. Still not making a lot of progress on the missing boyfriends front. For all the people that we've beaten up, we're not really getting anywhere. There's actually a fish in the lower right corner that Bahamut could pick up and hit enemies with, which is very silly to me.
I believe that's 4.
Oh, you need to kill a certain number of enemies.
Oh, that's a 4th haymaker.
Oh, yeah. You're keeping yourself honest. You go too fast for me to know what's going on. So. All right. So what are the 3 items we're getting? The favorite drink. Also, this is the soft lock room, right?
Or hard lock, actually.
Hard lock. Oh yeah. That's the worst kind.
It is. For a while, I thought it was soft lock, but no, it's hard lock because if I mess this up, the game's over.
Great, I'm starving.
Now this is like if I reset it right now, because I would hard lock because I wouldn't get credit for the favorite food, and I couldn't get it again. So you have to wait until that is done. Okay, now we can set.
Oh, with the dialogue.
The dialogue, yeah.
Yeah, it has to like record the completion.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a tricky one. I know you found that out the hard way at least once.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 of the 3 pieces of information that we need now. And now the last one is like, what's her dog's name?
This is dog's name, and actually we do have one more after this, but it's understandable because I actually changed up the order recently. So.
Oh, okay. I thought you got the first one already.
I'll get that one a little bit later, but I changed my route a little bit recently. So.
I see.
So we'll get that one on the way back because we're going to do another speed juice right when we get to that next, not after this room, but the next room. And we'll be cruising across the top and then we'll pick up the last one.
Okay. Very good.
Look, it's Kaori.
Oh, hometown, that's right. Alright, so now we're going to go prove to this the concierge that we are total super fans of noise. And we got our VIP tickets. So we are off to the concert, which this is the coolest boss fight that I think is in any beat 'em up game. So this will be fun. You'll recognize the gimmick pretty much right away.
I have to say it's the opposite version of it.
That's true, yeah. You can kind of explain how it feels to play it in a second, because visually it's very obvious what it is, but it plays a little differently than you might think. So.
Well, that's weird.
Changing accessories a couple here because it'll be for the boss specifically. We got the frill bar, which is gonna change the lengthen the amount of our invulnerability time, which is what we're gonna do because we're gonna try to do damage for each phase while we're being hit.
But you weren't my best.
All right, so this is noise.
1, 2, 3.
And it's DDR. You gotta not hit the notes. I think that's kind of what you meant, Bahamut.
The DDR, or I like to say...
or I'm sorry, Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero, yeah. Reverse Guitar Hero.
Yes. It does kind of turn the boss into a little bit of an auto-scroller, but it's cool enough, and the song's good enough that it's fine.
Almost got it. First and third phases, if you time it well, you can get in one cycle. Second one is, I don't think anyone's found a way to do it one cycle yet. So
Okay.
a little bit more HP.
My favorite part too is there's like the random like fans that are charging the Well, it's not even the stage. I don't even know. It's like the runway, and you have to kind of knock some sense into them.
And they can be nasty. They don't do much damage, but if they push you down for a long time, and if you jump into them, you can lose even more time. So you
Very
gotta be careful.
disruptive.
Yeah, very disruptive.
All right, that's phase 2. Picking up the pace a little bit here. Ah.
Almost had it.
Yep, that's tough. That's tough. She's gonna fly around. You just kind of have to wait for her to be done. So.
Yep.
Can't really juggle or anything that like you were doing on the last boss. So. All right. And it's almost time for the final area. I think while we're headed on over to the final zone, this would be a good time for more donations or announcements.
Perfect. Well, I have $5 here from Helix. I wonder who that is.
Sweet.
It
Never
says-
heard of them.
No, never. It says, I played Smash Bros. Against Wisely over at the Creators Against Childhood Cancer booth here at 2DCon. Beat him and win a hat or lose and donate. I won, but I'm donating anyway to go to show support. Excuse me. Go check out the booth sometime if you're here at 2DCon.
Come on, let's get to that tower and find our boyfriends.
It's
For my donation, I bought a couple more lasagnas. I shouldn't need them, but it's a marathon. You gotta have some safety marathon lasagna.
That's right. That's not even for the speed run. Like, if you're in the room watching the marathon, make sure you go get some safety lasagna after this. It might save you later in the weekend. Alright, so this is the Sabu Tower, and this is kind of like the Yakuza HQ, is probably the best way to describe it, so... We're finally convinced our boyfriends have been kidnapped by the Yakuza, because they're just so important and dangerous to their operations, so...
What?
That's gotta be where they ended up.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Sako, my knuckles are hurting.
Yeah, so are my knees.
Where do you think Kunio and Ricky are?
If this Sabu guy's got him, odds are they're in his penthouse.
Guess we're going up.
So we gotta make our way to the penthouse here.
Alright, let's take a lasagna here. Getting a little close.
That's what the safety lasagna's for.
Yep.
I mean, these enemies get progressively a lot stronger, and again, because Bahamut's been skipping some of the locked rooms and not stopping to fight every enemy that the game's put in his path, he's definitely more under-leveled than if you played this game casually and you got to this point, you would be much higher level, so. A lot less hit points and things of that nature.
Exactly. And also that guy with the hammer, he hits really hard, especially when he starts swinging around. That can get you in trouble.
That's just a general rule. If someone's coming at you with a hammer, they're going to deal a lot of damage, so.
This is true. Sometimes I try to dig him out of the corner, but sometimes I don't want to be cooperative.
Come over here and get your beating enemies.
Exactly. Come on. A little bit low here. I should get a level here soon. But oh yeah, I'll take one just in case. See it? See, I'm just about leveled, but that's what the lasagna's for, just in case.
Ooh, he was coming. The Terminator was coming for you there.
It was. Oh, oh.
You saved it. Nice. That's a tricky jump.
Oh yeah, that was all on purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold it.
Let's find.
So I think you have to get like explosives and a detonator for this part, for this Yakuza guy.
Yeah, it's 4 pieces of explosives, and it's funny how it has them just hanging around.
Yeah. They're surprisingly not hard to find.
I know, which
Is this
yeah,
that explosive thingy?
quite
Yeah.
quite
Now be careful you don't blow us
secure
up.
Yakuza Taro.
All right, I appreciate that you're using some of the weapons finally.
Oh, this one's definitely a place to do it. Because
Killing zombies with a volleyball is very satisfying, I'm sure.
exact. Oh, missed that one. It was a little bit too early. We
Whoa.
got this. Yeah, there's
those other
enemies
guys
up there.
doing?
Yeah.
They're coming for you, I guess.
All right.
There you go. That's definitely don't leave your explosives on top of a giant pile of money. Just a really, really smart or poor life decision on their part. Thankfully, we're going to take those explosives off their hands so the money doesn't get blown up. Also, I love this. It's money laundering, so of course there's washing machines in the background. Because that's how you launder money, right? I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You get more money when you launder it.
Gotta comb the desert and launder your money.
Exactly.
Yep.
You've got to launder the money to make sure it's clean, right?
Yeah. It's very sanitary. Alright, that's the 4th explosive.
Another explosive. Let's go.
But I've never been in a casino.
Kyoko.
But fine.
Just fighting our way through this room, and then I think this is pretty much the last locked room that you have to do. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So be on to the final boss here shortly. Just gotta blow the doors off this thing.
Yep, and the lackey just stands there. Which you'll see in a moment.
Very good.
Okay, explosives planted.
Just standing there
Heck outta here.
nonchalantly.
Yeah. You think he would? He knew what was coming. You'd think he'd want to move, but
Very smart lackey.
yeah, that's why he's a lackey. All right, so this is the final boss for this category. This is Sabuko. And Sabuko has 4 phases, so it's a pretty tough fight. Well, I just spoiled it, sorry. There's a secret 4th phase. But the phases in this one are particularly different. The first one's very straightforward, but then there's waves of lackeys, and then she's going to come down and do some like projectile attacks and stuff that you don't see at all in phase 1. So it really changes quite a bit from phase to phase, more so than a lot of the other bosses, where it's generally like the same moveset, but there's kind of additional sort of distractions, we'll say, labeled on layered on top. So that was an extremely clean second phase. Nice job.
Thank you. It's the 3rd and 4th phase is it's just like Havari. It's you got to be really precise to make sure so you can maximize her. And I'll explain more actually after the boss fight here.
Sure.
There's 3rd and 4th phase. I mean,
Yeah, this is where she starts teleporting around and. Oh, very nicely done.
yeah.
She got you when she dropped in, but after that, you really took care of her very cleanly there.
If I was slower, she would have done an attack that would have put lasers on the ground, which then makes it pretty much impossible to juggle. So I'm really glad I was able to interrupt that. I think that's 6. I'm just gonna let her go here.
Still got plenty of safety, Lasagna. We got this.
And this is the other one that from stage 4, if I'm not careful through this tornadoes, again, you can't do juggling, so I just gotta wait it out.
And time will be at the end of this phase, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll get ready on time here. I'll let you call it.
Oh, almost. Next one. And time.
All right. Good job. Very good run, my friend.
Thank you very much. Pretty happy with it.
Defeated by a pair of schoolgirl deviants. How?
There were just a couple tough spots, and those are the spots that are the hardest things to do in the run. So
Yeah, at the end of the boss of Sabuku there, I got a little impatient. That's why she did the second tornado. If I run away, I might have been avoided. But otherwise, I feel pretty good.
yeah.
You may have mystical tattoo creatures.
And a really
And we said
sharp
6
sword.
was the
That's
6 was
nothing
your
compared to the
accidental
power we
count.
I
have.
think so.
Okay.
I think so. Maybe
That
someone in
is-
chat or someone in the room can
wanna
help
tell her?
confirm that. But I'll say 6 for now unless someone says
The
differently.
power of
So that's I'll donate $60 here.
Amazing.
So a nice little post-ending scene if you guys want to watch it. Which it's a funny scene, but if
this was a bad idea,
if I had done the secret boss, the
Gorgeous plan.
ending would have changed, which I think is a better ending.
We got it. Well, we got to figure out where our boyfriends are.
Exactly.
No, but we're gonna be sore tomorrow.
I wonder what happened to that lady we...
What is it, Kyoko?
Oh man, you were right, Ricky. A trip to the spa's just what we needed.
I agree, Kunio. It is relaxing.
Huh?
I mean, they do have a point.
It's girls! Look away!
The spa's for men only.
Kunio! You big dummy, we've been looking all over for you!
We thought you were kidnapped, Ricky Poo.
Ah, jeez. It's those crazy girls again. What were their names?
No idea. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Maybe Hasebe and Mommy are still up.
There's a lot of lore to go over
Yes,
here,
yeah.
but anyway, that is unending.
That is an ending.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
First, I want to thank you, Blaze, so much for being my commentator. It really helped me with this run. It's good to have you commentate just like you did at AGDQ. Thank you so much to Midwest Speed Fest for letting me speedrun this again. Just over 2 years ago, just before the pandemic started, this was my first marathon running this game, first time marathon for anything. So thank you so much to the crew for letting me run this game. I had so much fun. And that's all. Thank you so much for having me.